Hello, I'm Philip Stoten for EMS Now. I'm here at SMT in Nuremberg and I'm joined by Keith Bryant from Dage. Keith, good to see you again. Another week, another show, different country. I believe you're in Russia last week. Just tell me a little bit about what's going on there.
Expo Electronica last week was a very, very busy show. More floor space than the year before, definitely a lot more visitors. There's a lot of stuff happening. It tends to be longer term projects, so it's a lot harder to do, and dare I say it, Russia is a very, very big place to cover and to work in. So, but no, it's growing quite well for us, and seems to be growing well for the whole industry. So.
And is the manufacturing landscape there mainly for domestic production, for domestic consumption?
Pretty much still, but it's starting to be people moving there looking to build for the whole of the Nordic.
Yeah.
You've got a really good mixture from the very sort of high-tech secretive aerospace military stuff through to what I would call Western-style companies starting to move up and set up.
Okay.
Products to the medical industry, mobile communications, all of that sort of product range is moving in there now, and people are growing, and they're still, unlike in a lot of Europe now, they're still buying like 4 or 5 lines at a time. So
yeah.
When you can land something like that, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned the Nordic regions visiting that show. What about countries like the Ukraine? Are they going east to the Russian show, or are they coming west to this show, do you think?
I think they'll be coming to this show and Electronica.
Okay.
Also the Romanians and
the other Eastern
Europeans. Through that
Europeans.
set. For them to get here, it's a drive.
Okay, so moving to this region, specifically the German-speaking region, what kind of challenges are they throwing out to you at the moment?
Again, business here is for us relatively stable. Technology demands here are higher than most of the other countries, so that actually helps us being at the high end of the market. But the easy sales anywhere, I think, disappeared a long time ago.
Yeah. But in terms of perhaps your most technically advanced products, would this be the place that you would see demand for them first, do you think?
Here, some places in the US, and also in Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. So
because of the military.
Because of the military stuff. Yeah. It's an interesting mix. Each one of the customers is completely different.
Right.
Here you've got a lot of the centers of excellence for the automotive industry. So they're doing R&D, they're doing high-end failure analysis. They're doing all of the, if you like, the prestige work. Yeah. So for us, that's good.
Yeah, and you have a big booth here. You have lots going on the booth. So there's a strong commitment to the German and the European markets.
Very much. Not only us, but the rest of the Nordson Advanced Technology Group believe that Germany is the center still for a lot of the growth in Europe.
Yeah.
A lot of our competitors are based here. If you walk around the show, you'll see even the competitors from Asia are here now. So it's really a global market, but Germany is a center for a lot of the R&D, as I've said, also a center for a lot of the global approvals for the automotive business. So everybody has to be focused here, and you've got to have a good stand, you've got to have a nice looking stand, you've got to sort of be on your game this year at SMT as well as Productronica. In a few weeks' time, we're even going to the control show here. So a lot of focus in Germany this year.
Yeah, lots going on. And as you say, sometimes the place where the purchasing decision is made, the order's placed, isn't where the machine's going to go. So you've got some global companies that are maybe based here in Germany that are ordering for elsewhere.
Yeah,
so that makes a big difference. In terms of new products, you've got some new products coming out. I think you've got something launching at NEPCON Shanghai next week.
Yeah, we have a brand new product launching into what is for us a brand new market next week. We've dominated the high end of the technology market for a few years now. It's the law of diminishing returns to an extent. The more of the market you have, the less of the market you've got to go at. So the harder it is to increase your sales year on year. And like all parents, Nordson like us to keep increasing our sales. So we're having to branch out a little bit and look at a new market. We've developed a machine specifically for that, and the covers come off it this time next week in China.
Okay, so we should save that and talk about that next week, I guess, because that's probably an embargoed announcement. But you mentioned Nordson as a parent wanting their children to grow and grow well. How has that been? And as well as demanding that growth, do they support that growth?
Oh, very much, very much. We have a huge R&D budget for a new project. which is just about to start. The seed money for that was about $5 million, and the approval for it happened very quickly. We're recruiting another 15, 18 engineers in our R&D department. We have almost 40 people now in R&D, which when you look at the size of some of our competitors, we've got a bigger R&D than they've actually got. But if you're going to stay at the front of the technology, you're going to stay focused on electronics, you're going to investigate new markets, you have to develop your own technology. You can't buy an X-ray tube and a detector off the shelf anymore, bolt it into a box covered in lead and have a high technology X-ray machine.
Yeah.
All the key components you've got to develop yourself, control yourself, and yeah, it's, you know, you make no secret of the fact it's an expensive business.
Yeah, but it's very important. I think people always thought of Dage as being that technology leader, you know, the kind of the smart guys that were coming out with the new ideas, the new solutions, and I think everybody hoped that wouldn't change when you were acquired by Nordson, and it seems that it's actually
got
pushing
better.
on and going.
You know, when you have to go to the bank, it's sometimes quite difficult at the moment. Well, at the moment, almost impossible to get money. You know, with our parent company is cash rich. They're not only talking about investment, they're talking about acquisition as well to increase the Nordson Dage business sits together with Nordson Tech in what we call the test and inspection division. And they're looking to grow that division by new products for us getting into new markets, newer technologies, and also, if the right company is there, an acquisition that grows us as well.
Yeah, and there are some nice opportunities in the market at the moment, and I suspect some more coming up. So
I couldn't possibly
exciting
comment.
times. No, we neither of us should comment on that until there's news out there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week in Shanghai. Always fun out there, but really interested to hear about the new products. I look forward to that. Hope you have a good show, and thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Keith.
Not at all. Thank you, sir.